Are you looking for a technology that can help you to create grammar exercises that you can share with your students, either to do in class or for homework? And not only that, immediate feedback comes back to the teacher. If that's the sort of thing you're looking for, and it can be in Spanish and French and German and English, then this is the video for you. I'm going to show you a fabulous tool. You can create a whole variety of different activities around grammar, including audio and video in the questions if you want to. And it's a really simple tool. You create the game, you share the link, the students do the activity, as I've said, either in class or for homework. I'm going to start by showing you how the activities work so you can see the activities that the students do, and then I'm going to show you exactly how I make them. I really hope you like the video, and as always, if you do, please like it, please share it with other teachers. Love to know your comments. I'm going to show you 2 or 3 of the different activities that you can do, and of course please join me on my YouTube channel. Let's get started. So let's start by looking at the first exercise that I'm going to show you, and this is the first one I've made, where the students have to watch a video, and after they watch the video they have to answer the questions. The first one is, what is the first thing she orders? Well, the answer is white bread. Then I click on next. The next question is, put these things in she orders in the correct order. So she orders white bread, I think, and then she orders milk, eggs, and then she orders milk. I go to the next one. This one I've got to put the things in order, so that would be into the lamb, that would be in that one there, okay, there it is. So I've done that exercise. Now I click on next, following what else does she order? Well, she orders a small bottle of olive oil and a small bag of flour. So I've answered all the questions. I click on submit and I say yes, I'm happy to submit that assignment. I've submitted the assignment and then I get immediate feedback. This is the sort of grammar exercise. Now, we could have included pictures in this. We had a video at the beginning. We could have even had answers with pictures in. There's so many options to do. Let me show you a couple more examples of this grammar types of grammar exercises that we can do, and then what we're going to do is look at how we make them. In this next example, it's really actually kind of a listening comprehension, and then we complete the text. But what we could do, for example, is delete only verbs in the past, or perhaps only adverbs, or perhaps only adjectives, and make it more like a grammar exercise. And what we can do is we play the audio.
Before working in educational technology, Russell was the director of studies of...
And then we can basically complete the text. Now, the brilliant thing about this exercise is it's so quick. I just paste in the text, click on the words that I want to take out, and then click on create, and that is it. The voice is generated automatically and the gaps are created automatically. Obviously, my idea now as a student would be to listen and fill in the correct words. So this could be grammar based, or this could be really kind of more listening comprehension. This is again one of many activity types that we can do with this one technology. What I like about this next activity is just how simple it is. I literally just paste in some text, click on the button, and the system does it for me. Now, this is what the students see. They come on and they have to read the text. Then once they've read the text, so obviously it could be grammar focused, perhaps in the past or in the future, or using certain prepositions. Afterwards, they get a chance to check the meanings of certain words, so they can roll over. So in this case, it's kind of more focused on vocabulary than it is on grammar. But of course, you could, for example, work with past verbs to really kind of work in a more of a kind of grammar context. And then afterwards, once you've done that, the student has to click on next and then begin to answer the questions. Okay, so this one here would be received, and then you click on the next one, and this one is the word technologist, and etc. So, and then you get immediate feedback at the end. But what I like is how easy it was, or how easy it is for me to make this activity. I click on a button, choose the words I want to focus on, and the system does it all for me. Okay, so you've seen a few of the exercise types, and you've noticed that you can use audio and video as well if you want to do that. What I want to do now is actually show you how you can create the activities. So I'm going to show you the technology I use, I'll take you through the process of creating a couple of the activities so you can see them in action. And I'm also going to show you how I share them with the students so that they can do the activities. So let's get on now to actually how you create the activities. So when you come onto the platform, the technology is called Zengengo. It's specifically for language teachers, and it's been created by language teachers, which is one of the reasons I particularly like it. You can create as many folders as you want, and each folder can be for a different class. And I'm just going to click on a particular folder, so we come inside that folder, and then we're going to start now to actually make our activities. So the first one we're going to do is the multiple choice, and the great thing about the multiple choice is that you get actually a whole range of different questions. You've got here multiple choice, reorder, categorize, and multiple answers if you want more than one answer. And you also get the option here of adding up any media that you want to connect to the question. So it could be video, it could be audio, it could be a picture, it could be a text, etc. So what I'm going to do is just quickly fill in the title, then I'm going to show you how I add the media. So I've added in the title. I can click here, add media, and as you can see I can add text, image, audio, video, PDF, embed. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to add a video. So click on video, and I've got various options. I can even record it video, but what I'm going to do is click on YouTube. So all I need to do now is find a YouTube video and add in here the URL of that particular video. So all I need to do is find the video that I want to use, click on share down here, then click on copy because you want to copy the link, jump over to Zengengo, paste that link in, and then click on this button here and it will load that video. And now we're ready to simply begin to add questions, and obviously the questions are going to be related to the video. So let's just add a question. So we're going to click on multiple choice. We simply write the question in here. We can even have the questions read out, but I won't do that. And I'm simply going to write in the question. And then all I do is write my answer here and then the wrong answer here. And I can choose more wrong answers by clicking on here and then adding 2 or 3. So I'm going to save time by filling in the gaps now. So I've added in the correct answer and then the 3 wrong answers. Notice I could even add pictures if I want to. I'm not going to do that. I don't need to save anything. You can even add pictures into the questions as well. I'm simply now going to click on another question here by clicking on this one here. And then again, I write the instructions in here and then I can choose a series of elements and I have to put them in the correct order and it becomes a reordering activity. So I'm going to fill this one in and show you what that looks like. So I simply add in the question, put these activities in order, and then I've just put the actual order of the activities. And that will become another question that the students can do. Now, I can carry on with some more, and I'll just show you this one because this is quite an interesting one. And this is kind of categories, and we'll do to do with his lunch. So we're going to choose food, and I'm just going to really quickly show you how you do this. You basically write in the category, so I'm going to put fruit here. Then I can add as many elements as I want. So I might put apples, bananas, and then here, for example, I might put puddings, dessert, and then put some names of some puddings, and then here I might put vegetables. So let me just fill this in and show you. So I've added here fruit, meat, and vegetables, and I've put 2 in each category. Of course, I could have added more if I wanted. Now I could continue adding more questions, really easy, just keep adding more questions to the system. Once I've finished, all I need to do is click on save. Now the great thing is that immediately a link is created and you share that link with the students and then the students can do the activity. Now let's quickly jump over and just quickly look at that activity. So a student clicks on the link, puts in their name, clicks on next, and begins to do the activities. They've got a video to watch and then they've got various questions to answer. Absolutely fantastic, immediate feedback both for the student and for the teacher who receives the results as soon as the student does the activity. Now I'm going to show you another of the text types or the activity types that I really like. As you can see, there's lots of them, and within each one you can do many different things. So it really does offer a lot of variety. I'm going to try this one here called text to test. This is really interesting because what I have to do here is give this a title. I have to input some text and then I can choose the words that I want to work with in that text. So let me just quickly write a title in. Now what I'm going to do in this one, I'm not going to add any media prompts. I'm going to come down to here, and here I have to input the text. Now to save time, I'm simply going to click here and copy a bit of text from my own website. It's just going to make things a lot quicker. So I'm just going to copy this text just to show you this idea in action. So I'm going to copy that, come back to Zengengo, paste in that text. And the other thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to have the text in English and the definitions. I could even choose to have them in a different language if I want to, because we're going to focus on some of the vocabulary here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to imagine, for example, that we're going to use English to French. Okay, this could be English to English if I wanted to keep it like that. In fact, let's keep it like that. Let's do it English to French. Notice also that this idea works in English, French, German, or Spanish. In other words, you can put in any of these texts in any of these languages, and then it will allow you to choose the definitions, and in the definitions you can choose a whole variety of different languages. So what I'm going to do this is English to English, and I'm going to click on process, and this is really powerful because what happens now is it says to me, okay, first of all, do you want this text read out? Well, yes, I do. So I'm going to choose Ivy to read the text out for me. And then it says, well, what vocabulary do you want to work with? Well, I'm going to choose, for example, technologist, and I'm going to choose especially, and I'm going to choose, and it takes all the words from the text and tells me, don't forget, I could have had these definitions in another language if I wanted to. So this works really well. I'll do received, I'll do feedback, and it's taking all the words from the text and allowing me to choose which words I want to focus on. So this could be really grammar focused, for example, all the participles or all the verbs in the past or all the prepositions, that kind of thing. So lots of different ways of using this, but what I love is the speed with which this works. I'm just going to leave that no more. And then it also does a little bit of work on the grammar, the word order of the sentences, and it says, well, which sentences do you want to work with? So I'm going to work with, for example, these three. Okay, and we'll leave that there, and I'm going to show you now exactly what this looks like. Look how quickly I made that activity. I'm going to click on the save button, and now I'm going to do exactly the same as I did before. I'm going to copy the link and log in now as a student, and let's have a look at what's been created. So exactly like before, I have to put in my name. You can ask for the student's email if we want to. I can read the text, but I can also listen to it. So I can click here. Remember, I chose Ivy's voice. So let's have a quick listen.
Russell Stannard is a multi-award-winning educational technologist and founder of www.teachertrainingvideos.com.
I'm not that keen on that voice, I must admit. Some of the other voices are much better, but you get the idea that it automatically generates and reads the text out. I now click on next, and it gives me various words here that it wants. Remember, these are the words that I chose to focus on, and I can roll over and see their meaning. Now, again, remember that could be. The translations can be in loads of different languages. I chose English to English, but this could have been English to French or English to German or English to Arabic or English to Chinese, however I wanted to work. So really flexible tool. And then once I've studied the words, I click on next, and then the activity starts. Okay, so the first word is feedback, go to the next one here, next one is runs, go to the next one here, etc. So in this next part, we've now got to put these words in order. So it would be Russell Stannard is a multi-award winning. In fact, that's come out in the correct order, so I haven't actually even been able to change that. But obviously, that was just pure luck. If we do another one, you'll see, of course, that that's not here. He has more than 65,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel. Okay, so this is word order practice. Again, notice how easy it was for me to do this. I simply clicked on the words that I want, or the sentences that I wanted to practice the word order with. This is what I love about Zengengo. It makes the activities so quickly. You can sign up for Zengengo and use it free for 30 days. After that, you will need to pay. The price is $9 a month, or $9.99 a month, and that will give you a mass of options in terms of creating as many classes as you want and doing all the activities you want, all the feedback you want to give to students. It's a very comprehensive technology. However, if you use the link that I'm showing on the screen now, you will save yourself 10% every month. So for as long as you've got the technology, you get a 10% reduction in the price. So please make use of that link. It's going to save you money. I was only able to show you a very small amount of the things that Zengengo can do. It's got fantastic feedback and tracking of students' activities, and it's really a technology that I would suggest you look into. You can either copy the link that you can see on the screen or simply go to the description and you'll see that the link is also there. Click on it and that way you will get the discount. Okay, really hope you liked that video, and if you want more free videos, please come over to teachertrainingvideos.com. Most of the technologies that I focus on are free. I know the one today wasn't, but lots of free technologies, and I specialize in making videos for language teachers using technology in language teaching. If you want to follow my work, the best thing to do is to sign up to the newsletter. That way you get updated with all the latest blog posts, the webinars, the online courses that I run, and of course all of the new videos. And also at the moment, if you sign up to that newsletter, there is a kind of 12-part free course which is sent to you every 4 or 5 days, one video about using technology in teaching. You can also follow me, of course, on my YouTube channel, and don't forget to click on the bell if you want all the updates. And finally, if you want to contact me, you can contact me from the web page. Obviously, I do lots of training with teachers in using technology, workshops, presentations, etc. I'm going to leave a few more videos now on the screen that you might find useful and that are connected to the video that we've been looking at today.